Tennessee State University just did what some thought was impossible. In just 1 year, they went from not knowing if they were going to have enough money to finish the semester.
This is a question of whether Tennessee State University will even be able to continue to be open.
To being up $13 million at the end of the year with a graduation rate up 10%.
What a difference a year makes.
Now, I just had a chance to sit down with TSU President Dwayne Tucker for a long overdue interview because, as many of you know, he was appointed president just last year to help steer the university in the right direction and help with some of the money mismanagement issues we heard of in the past. What would you say about how this will be different?
I think when people see that you have their best interests in mind about the decisions that you make, it's easy for them to make this transition.
I know anytime we talk about some of the financial issues, it's important to make sure that people understand Tennessee State University was underfunded hundreds of millions of dollars by the state of Tennessee over decades. I asked Tucker about all of this. He said that while they had to make some tough decisions about what to keep and what to cut, ultimately it came down to one word: transparency. The more they opened up and took accountability for some of the mismanagement of the past, the more the state was willing to give them what they needed, and it worked. He invited some of the same people who had choice things to say about TSU over to the campus so that they could see it for themselves. And so they showed up and they built a working relationship. I asked him, was it tough to try and balance that, to make both sides happy, not just the state, but also the TSU community? And he said he took a different approach to it. For him, this was all about trying to be transparent so that all sides knew what was happening with the university.
It's amazing how things work when you just tell people the truth and be transparent about what the challenges are at the university.
The state had already acknowledged that they underfunded TSU more than $500 million. Now, they gave TSU about half of that money, but said that it was only supposed to be used for deferred maintenance. The thing is, after months of talking and showing the state that TSU was serious about getting their financial situation under control, the state agreed to make $96 million out of that $250 available for operating expenses and not just maintenance. Now, I know this is not the $2.1 billion that the Biden administration said that TSU was owed, but just so we're clear, Tennessee state lawmakers never agreed to that number. So Tucker told me that instead of fighting to get some of this money in court, his focus is on the money that he knows he can get if he works with lawmakers. Right now, it's not clear when TSU can expect the other $250 million. So no, we're not done reporting on any of this because we know that the money is still out there and the TSU community is counting on this money to make sure that this university lasts not just for the next year, but for many years to come.